Welcome to a passport holder tutorial. I'm Charee Filimoehala here at the Graphic 45 office, and today I'm going to teach you how to take a fun template out of our patterns and solids pad. You can see our pad comes with different templates on the inside. That way we're utilizing every bit and piece of our paper pad. And we're going to be taking this fun 4x6 file folder template, and we are going to turn it into this fun to use passport holder. So this passport holder, we will show you how to create different style pockets, as well as a great slot here to hold your passport. Of course, if you aren't going on any international travels anytime soon, this is also great as a notebook holder. So you can always store in your little notebooks here and jot down any shopping list, to-do list, things like that that you want to keep in your purse. You could always store in your gift cards or coupons here, or give this as a gift as well. So it's super cute and a great way to use up your leftover pieces from other projects that you may have. Maybe like this travel album here that we're also creating this month for our Volume 5 2021 Club Kit. Both of these projects have been created for us this month by Annette Green. And if you know Annette's work, she never disappoints and always comes through with some gorgeous project inspiration. So go ahead, grab one of our pads that has this template in it, and grab some papers and follow along with us in this fun step-by-step tutorial. If you want to know more about our Club G45, you can find a link below to the Volume 5 kit introductions that will tell you all about our kits that we have available this month. Or you can hop on over to our website, g45papers.com, and pick up the kits or learn more there. So let's go ahead and start creating this super cute and easy passport holder. So to create this passport holder, you're going to need one of our patterns and solids paper pads, and you can always use this handy dandy project sheet. You can find that on our website at g45papers.com if you go to our inspiration tab and down to project sheets. But in our patterns and solids pads, you'll find this file folder template. It's a 4x6 template. We also do have a die that would work for this too. That's a file folder die that you could also use. So then let's just go ahead and cut out this file folder template. And then with your fine tip scissors, we'll fussy cut out this. And now we're just going to do some scoring on these lines on the inside. So just with a bone folder and your scoreboard, line those up and score. And then we're just going to fold and score on all those score lines that we just created. Now we're going to take this light blue stripe paper from our patterns and solids, and we are going to trace this. And I'm just going to make this flush with my piece, whatever size it is, as long as it's bigger than your template, and have it flush on the left-hand side and on the bottom. And then I'm just using some washi tape. You don't have to do that, but when I'm tracing, I tend to wiggle things around, so I just like having that extra security. So you could use just a bit of tape so everything stays in place where it should. And we're going to be using the striped side of this paper, so I'm just tracing on the back side. After you've cut that out, then we want to put it inside of our template that we have with the striped side up. I'm just going to use that same washi tape I used earlier and kind of tape this in where I want it to go. And now, just using that center score line on our folder template, we can go ahead and just fold our stripe paper where we want it to go. And you can see it is overhanging just a little bit, which will be fine because we've got a fix for that. Now I'm going to use my paper trimmer and I'm going to trim off just a tiny bit off my folded edge. So about a 1/16 of an inch or so, maybe a tiny bit. And just about a 1/16 of an inch, I'm just going to trim that off. So now I have 2 pieces. And then we'll just adhere those in the inside of our template. So then you just want to make sure this fits nicely inside and that everything's still going to open and close like you'd like. And then just trim off any excess that you may have that didn't cut perfectly the first time. And now we flipped it over, and taking this dark blue compass paper from our patterns and solids, we are going to trace and cut this out as well. Now to make this extra sturdy, I'm actually going to add some clear packing tape to the center where there'll be extra movement on our piece. And then just trim off the excess. Then we're just going to add some adhesive and adhere this onto our template. Now that we're all adhered, I'm just going to flip this over and then just reinforce my score line in the center, like so, and then just slowly start to bend this forward. And then if you want to go the extra mile, you can always ink your edges. This helps hide any imperfections, which I always like. And it gives it a nice little vintage feel as well. I'm just using our Graphic 45 dark cashmere decades ink. Unfortunately, ClearSnap, who created this for us, went out of business last year, so if you have it, consider yourself lucky. Otherwise, you can just use any coordinating ink. Step 4, we're going to cut a piece of Catch of the Day to 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. And now we're going to do some scoring. So on the 4 3/4 inch side, we are going to score at 1/4 of an inch, a 1/2 inch, and then again at 4 1/4 and 4 1/2. And then we're going to turn this clockwise, and we're going to do 2 more scores at 1/4 of an inch and a 1/2 inch. And then on the opposite side, we'll just be doing 1 score, and that will be a 1/2 of an inch. And then add some dry adhesive on those 1/4 inch segments. So we didn't add any to this part because it's the 1/2 inch. And then from here, we are going to trim our corners on an angle, like so, going all the way to that 1/2 inch mark. And then we're going to trim out this corner just a little bit larger on an angle on that, like so. And now we can flip this over, and on that 1/2 inch segment, we can adhere this down. So taking that 1/2 inch piece and adhering it down. And then we're going to go ahead and score these on all those score marks. So, and then step 7, we're going to take this orange or red, you decide, striped patterns and solids, and this has been cut to 3 3/4 by 3/8 of an inch. And before I adhere this down, I'm just going to glue it down to the top of my pocket. So my pocket edge, that will just be nicely adorned with this striped. Now we can take all of our adhesive backing off and create our pocket on the inside of our little file folder. And if you have a passport around, you can always use that as a template to guide where you want your box to go. I don't have mine here in the office, so I'm just going to leave about 1/8 of an inch of room on the bottom and center this. So I've got down my bottom flap first, and now just making sure I have a nice 90-degree angle with my side flaps. We can get them in position, and then using a bone folder, just adhere those down. So now I have a nice dimensional pocket that you can see here. So this is great for your passport, but it'd also be wonderful for a notebook or coupons or other fun things like that. Step 8, we're going to cut out 2 of these orange compass and 1 blue compass that are going to be 3 3/8 by 4 inches, and then we'll score on all 4 sides at 1/2 of an inch. And then we're going to add adhesive on the 2 long sides and the bottom short side. And then we can go ahead and cut our bottom on a diagonal, as well as the top. Now flip these over and add adhesive to your top flap. And then pull back that paper backing and adhere that down. And then using a 1-inch circle punch or something similar, we're just going to punch out a little notch in our pockets. And that little fold just really helps make this nice and sturdy and stable, especially if you're going to be using this a lot to put in your identification cards or your credit cards. This would also be a super cute idea for gift cards. Now we're going to start with one of our reddish orange papers, and just about 5/8 of an inch or 1/2 inch from the top, we are going to put in our first pocket page, and then we'll start stacking from there. Making sure everything is nice and straight. Now we can adhere our second pocket on, and then we'll adhere our final 3rd pocket on. So now we have 3 slots for cards right there. Now we are just going to do some embellishing on the front. So you can use whatever embellishments you have. I've got these great die cut assortment ephemera pieces from our Catch of the Day collection. And I'm going to be using this cute little banner piece. And this will go on my front, just a little lower than halfway. And then from our stickers, I'm going to take this Adventure Awaits sticker, and that's just going to go just a little bit overlapping over our banner. So nice, easy embellishments, so it's not going to get ruined in your wallet or your purse. And you can see we have created just the cutest little passport holder. So we hope that you've enjoyed creating along with us today. We can't wait to see what you create or what collections you've used. So go ahead and share your projects with us on Instagram using that graphic45 hashtag. And if you're looking for more great tutorials like this one, or you want to create our travel album with Catch of the Day, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and then hit that notification bell so you are alerted every time we post a new wonderful tutorial like these. So thanks again for joining us, and as always, happy paper crafting.